Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another really good short-term project that in my opinion has a good potential. And this project is called Izumi Finance or the IZI token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the project we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website izumi.finance in order to learn more about this project, right? But before we talk about Izumi Finance, I want to talk to you guys about Gateio. Gateio is a centralized exchange that's known for listing low market cap gem tokens way before they get listed on major centralized exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. What this means is if you have a Gateio account and if you invest in these low market cap gem tokens, you stand a chance to make 10, 20, 50 or even 100x gains on these cryptos, right? If you don't have a Gateio account, I highly recommend you guys to use the link in the description to set up a Gateio account today. And by doing so, you're not only increasing the profitability of your cryptos, but you're also able to use some of their world famous tools such as copy trading, giveaways, and NFT boxes in order to further increase your profitability as well, right? And by using the link in the description to set up a Gateio account, you are also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the Izumi token, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information present on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, but this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Izumi Finance? Izumi Finance provides programmable liquidity as a service, or LAAS or LAS, firstly on Ethereum with Uniswap version 3, and then will extend the liquidity service to multi-chains with built-in DEX. So what they're aiming to do is they're a platform that focuses on providing programmable liquidity as a service. So liquidity as a service is called LAS. It's similar to several other different services that several platforms have offered, but they are providing an opportunity for the DEXs to own their own liquidity, right? Just like how Om Finance has owned his own liquidity and has created DeFi 2.0, right? So that's basically how Izumi Finance wants to do as well, right? And they want to do this on Ethereum using Uniswap version 3, and then they will extend their liquidity service to multiple different chains with built-in DEXs, right? It will help liquidity providers earn additional liquidity mining rewards as well as trading fees on Uniswap version 3. So people who provide liquidity on Uniswap version 3 will also be able to earn an additional reward thanks to Izumi Finance, and this will incentivize them to provide more liquidity, right? On the other side, it will help protocols attract liquidity in an efficient and lasting way. So their benefit to the users is that they get additional rewards, but for the platforms or protocols, they will basically attract a lot of liquidity in an efficient and lasting way rather than temporary or inefficient liquidity that is currently most prevalent in most of the DEXs, right? So Izumi enhances incentive efficiency by Izumi's liquid box, which enables protocols to distribute incentive rewards in certain price ranges. So one of the key differences between Uniswap version 3 and version 2 is that in Uniswap version 3, you can provide liquidity within a specific narrow range of price in order to get the maximum liquidity provider benefits, right? So what Izumi uses is basically allows any DEX or platform to use this service, and it provides something known as a liquid box that provides or that enables protocols to distribute incentive rewards in a specific price range, thereby making that particular price range very attractive to liquidity providers, right? So meanwhile, liquidity providers could earn more trading fees with capital efficiency and get additional incentives provided by related protocols. Again, this is something that we already discussed before. So liquidity providers are more likely to get incentivized to provide liquidity, and therefore they are more likely going to provide the liquidity for that particular price range, right? So one example is that stablecoin pools only pay out incentive rewards within a narrow price range, which is 0.99 or 1.01, which is a very narrow price range, and this is basically where most of the liquidity providers provide liquidity at, and this is where most of the rewards or incentives are earned, right? So Izumi solves pool 2 dilemma problems by providing structured incentive and auto rebased modules which could attract more liquidity with low emission rates for protocols while enabling non-impermanent loss liquidity mining for liquidity providers. So they also provide options for providing structured and auto rebased modules which will benefit liquidity providers as well as reduce impermanent losses for liquidity providers as well, right? So here they have given an example in the brackets. I'll let you guys read through. So liquidity as a service roadmap basically is in the following ways. So liquidity as a service on Uniswap version 3 through Liquidbox. The Izumi Finance Liquidbox provides programmable liquidity mining tools with Uniswap version 3's LP NFT, which enables protocols to provide incentives precisely and efficiently in certain price ranges, which can optimize liquidity distribution and encourage users to stake Uniswap version 3 liquidity pool tokens to earn extra rewards. So the first stage in offering this is that they want to offer this to Uniswap version 3 on the Ethereum blockchain. And what they do is they're going into detail here, but what the overall gist of it is that they are using their liquid box, which will provide which will give an opportunity for liquidity providers to earn additional incentives within a particular liquidity range, which is what they're encouraging, and that's basically how they want to first proceed with their roadmap, right? So the second way by which they're planning to expand the roadmap is, discretized liquidity AMM on multi-chains, which is IZI swap extend concentrated liquidity services like Uniswap version 3 to multi-chain. So obviously, after they have done this on the Uniswap version 3, they're planning to expand this to multiple different chains in the form of IZI swap. So IZI swap would kind of act as a, the DEX for different exchanges or different chains, and this would be the same mechanism that they would follow that they mentioned already for Uniswap version 3, right? So limit orders will be supported with IZI swap, and it will be compatible with order books and Uniswap version 3 that enhance capital efficiency with multi-chains. So obviously they are trying to enhance capital efficiency and provide limit orders, which will also be something that will be happening in the future as well, to not just IZI swap but also to Uniswap version 3 models as well, right? Concentrated liquidity service on bridge. So CAMM bridge fast decentralized auto rebalanced cross-chain bridges are needed in a multi-chain era. So they are providing bridge services as well, which is also something that they want to do in the future, and they connect multiple different chains to enhance token movements, right? Izumi's CAMM bridge to make the cross-chain transaction cost less than 1 minute and with low gas fees. So they're trying to make it more efficient for people to use their bridge with less than 1 minute of transaction speed, as well as extremely low gas costs, right? So cross-chain safety will be guaranteed by multi-validator relay network, which are decentralized and transparent. So there's a lot of issues with bridges getting hacked. So they are ensuring security or cross-chain safety by guaranteeing that multi-validator relay networks will basically guarantee the safety, which are basically decentralized and transparent, so there's no chance of it being attacked or hacked, right? So that's a quick overview of Izumi Finance. They're trying to do a lot when it comes to liquidity and bridge services, right? So if you go to the website izumi.finance, they have a pretty simple but elegant website. I really like their logo. So they are basically providing liquidity as a service, as we discussed, and they're redefining liquidity, right? So you can buy the IZI tokens by clicking on the buy IZI button here, and you can learn more about this project by clicking on the learn more button here. If you scroll below, they have a cool graphics here that offers visual insight on how they're planning to propose to run their platform. And if you see, total value locked is $65.32 million, 24-hour trading volume is $28.02 million, and capital efficiency is about 43.24%. Again, it's still not that great, but it's still better than many other capital inefficient DEXs. And users, there are 6,039 users currently using their platform, right? So they have IZI swap, which is kind of like the main DEX that will be integrating with multiple different chains. Liquidbox, as we discussed, is one of their main features that will provide liquidity as a service. IUSD, which is one of their stable coins that they're trying to kind of create, and this is basically going to be 100% collateralized by Izumi Finance. So there's a lot of stablecoin issues recently, but there's still a lot of newer projects that are creating their own stablecoins. So DAO V NFT, so they are announcing VIZI tokens, which are basically like an NFT DAO that will basically enable people to vote on the protocols and proposals, right? And then IZI swap again, so they're talking about how IZI swap is going to be a highly precise and efficient and secure platform to swap different tokens on. Liquid box, which will provide a maximum APR of 283.75% with a 2.5x boost in APR, along with $35.27 million for different protocols that's already locked, right? So you can read more about it here. If you scroll further below, they're partnered with Bybit as well as Mirana, IOSG Ventures, Everest Ventures Group, Cadenza, Fenbushi Capital, Hashkey Capital, GSR, Woo Network, CyberX, Bixin Ventures, Dora Factory, Gate.io Labs, MAXC Global, Polygon, Dodo, UB Capital, and so on and so forth. If you see, they have a lot of partners along with information about their team members as well as people who have actually actively invested in their project as well. And if you see, they have huge number of partnerships with different platforms, right? If you scroll further below, they have their social media as well as other information she can use to become a part of the community, right? So overall, a very robust and very strong platform that has a good potential for extremely high growth in the short term, right? So if you go to the coin market cap page for this token is currently ranked 3,222 by market cap, and it's currently trading at 3.8 cents at the time I'm making this video, with a 5.74% increase in the past 24 hours. So it seems like this token is already kind of like slowly pumping in the past 24 hours, which is pretty good. The market cap is only $6.3 million. So it's extremely low in market cap, which I would consider as low market cap gem token, because this token is going to be a very big token in the next upcoming months. And the market cap, even though it's $6.3 million, it could be somewhere between $4 to $8 million, because the market cap cannot be taken as it is. It could be fluctuating and extremely volatile, right? But it's definitely less than $10 million in market cap, which makes this a really good token to invest for the short term, right? Again, it's not financial advice, this is my personal opinion. When it comes to the max supply, this is basically where one of the weakness of this token comes into play, where the token has a huge max supply of 2 billion tokens, out of which 166.119 million tokens are already in circulation. So it's a very low number, and this number cannot be taken as it is, because there's a warning sign here, which means the token could have less than this number or more than this number at any given point of time. But let's say 166 million is the token circulation. Even though it's 166 million, it's still extremely low compared to the max supply, which means that there's only very few tokens circulating out of the grand scheme of things, which means a lot of tokens will start dumping into the market relatively soon, and that will kind of push the price of this token in the sideways action, or it will dump the price of this token altogether, right? So it is definitely a negative for this particular project, and a project that's less than $10 million. It will definitely grow in market cap pretty soon, but it can definitely stall for extended periods of time because of its tokenomics itself, right? So that's something that you need to consider before investing in this project. So going to the charts itself, you can clearly see that this token has been already affected because of its tokenomics, and a lot of people have dumped this token. Even though the token has pumped in the past 24 hours, it is overall pretty much at its all-time low right now, right? So the initial price of this token was about 19 cents per token as of 21st of December 2021. But since then, the token has declined and crashed significantly, reaching a price of 7 cents per token as of 12th of January 2022. It did make a small peak, reaching as high as 11 cents per token before crashing down to a new low of about 5 cents as of 27th of January 2022, and then it kind of moved sideways before crashing even down to a price of 4 cents per token, and then it started rallying a little bit to a price of about 7 to 8 cents per token, making a 2x before crashing again to its current all-time lows of 3 cents per token. So I think this token has kind of already shown to everyone that this is a good short-term product, because if you see that at least 2 instances where this token has pumped and made at least 2 to 3x easily, right? So now the token is its all-time low. This is obviously a better opportunity for you to buy this token, because I think there is a high chance that this token could do a 2 to 3x, or even if you're lucky, a 4x from now, and probably retesting its previous previous highs easily, right? So I think this is definitely going to be a good opportunity to look into this token, because you can buy this token at a really good discount, and it has proven that this token can pump. But again, once it pumps, you have to dump it as soon as possible if you want to get your profit back, because it won't stay there for that long, right? That's another thing that you need to also be careful about this token. So when it comes to Bitcoin comparative itself, you can clearly see the Bitcoin comparative is pretty much similar to dollar comparative. And again, to be honest, I would not recommend anyone to buy this token with Bitcoin comparative. Therefore, I'm not going to cover the Bitcoin comparative, because Bitcoin is not only a scarce asset, but it's also extremely volatile than this token. And this token has kind of like kind of been on a track of going downwards. It has been making newer lows, lower lows and lower highs, which is probably going to be something that you may not want to consider investing with Bitcoin comparative. So dollar comparative will probably be the best option. And this is, again, as I mentioned, it's a good short-term project, so you can make some good short-term gains with dollar comparative. Bitcoin comparative, I would not recommend anyone, because it's definitely extremely volatile. And why would you put a scarce coin to buy a extremely inflationary token like this token, right? So that's one other thing that I would definitely suggest not buying this token with Bitcoin comparative. But again, it's up to you. It is fully your money, and you have to do your own research, right? So going to the markets itself, as we discussed, obviously Gateio, MEXC, and Bybit have been partners of this project, so it's only reasonable to expect those exchanges to list this token, which is exactly what has happened. So Bybit has the most liquidity, but if you see Gateio has two different pairs, USDT as well as ETH. I would never recommend you to buy this token with ETH. USDT is the best option, right? So Gateio, if you don't know, it's a very popular centralized exchange to buy low market cap gem tokens before they get listed on major centralized exchanges. So if you don't have a Gateio account already, I suggest you to use the link in the description to set up a Gateio account today. And by doing so, you're not only increasing the profitability for short-term, mid-term, and long-term tokens, but you're also getting a 30% trading fee rebate on every trade that you make on their account, right? And by using the link in the description to set up a Gateio account, you're also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank in advance. Apart from Gateio, MEXC is also a good exchange, but I think Bybit, Gateio, and MEXC are probably going to be my top 3 picks. I wouldn't really go below Uniswap, right? Uniswap is obviously a good place to buy this token as well, but I think you will probably have a lot of fees to pay, and therefore you have to be very careful, right? So if you see, there's definitely opportunities for arbitrage between MEXC and Uniswap, or even MEXC and Gateio. So you can basically use that as an opportunity to make some further small gains if you can, right? So what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I think this token is definitely a really good token for the short term. You can definitely make some good good profits by investing in this token at the right time. If you know what you're doing, you can definitely buy it low and sell it high. And this is obviously the best opportunity to buy this token, because it is at its all-time lows, right? So if you know what you're doing, you can definitely make some really good gains in the short term. I would not recommend you holding on to this token for mid to long term, because there are definitely better projects to invest for that. And this is definitely not the best token for that, right? I can easily see this token going as high as 10 cents per token in the upcoming months, but definitely that's speculation, and it won't really stay longer at that price. So you have to definitely dump this token as soon as possible in order to take your profit, right? Again, this is my opinion, guys, not financial advice. Please do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.